Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Finally the baby's asleep so I can make a video. Last month I was able to check out MapleStory N, a new MapleStory title by Nexpace, which is part of Nexon. And let me tell you, MapleN is a very different experience than what you get with good old MapleStory. For example, pets are free and permanent. You can find cash clothing, hairstyles, faces, etc. from monsters. There are only explorer classes, there is no 5th job advancement, and the highest level areas are scrapyard and demon camp. Upgrading is different, and you can freely trade items and even characters with other players. The list goes on, but let's start at the beginning. When you're just starting out in MapleStory N, you cannot even assign a character name. Instead, you'll get some random generated name that can later be changed into the name that you want once you reach level 30 and complete the 2nd job advancement. That annoying long explorer tutorial has been shortened. In MapleStory N, you'll have to complete those old Hanøy quests to get to level 30, so you're not just holding spacebar like in regular MapleStory. Link skills are in the game as well, but you can only get the Explorer Link skills as those are the only classes in the game. In MapleStory N, the normal hunting maps don't drop the usual gear, scrolls, spell traces, etc, etc. Instead, you can find special rewards that refresh every so often. Each map has a limited supply and different items you can find. You might be stuck in a map for a while if you want to look for something specific. Like we just found this slime cape from an orange mushroom, and because of the slower paced leveling speed, everyone was teaming up a lot more as well, which was quite fun to do during the playtest. The Explorer classes in MapleStory N do seem to have all the new skill animations, so they are up to date with, the Destiny update and things like that. It's not like old school MapleStory, but MapleStory N does borrow things from older versions as well, like this portal minigame that I haven't seen in ages. Reaching level 15, we get our first pet, and thank goodness, because I'm on super high ping here, so looting is terribly slow. Pets are permanent and don't require any pet food, which is very nice. They don't have all the skills though. Additionally, I didn't see anywhere where you could get pet skills yet, but this was still the first test, so maybe things will be different once the game is fully released. And now that we've hunted and explored the game a little bit, we can skip the remaining 15 levels and just go straight to level 30 and complete the 2nd job advancement with just a short cutscene, which is again really nice. So we're finally allowed to name our character. Content-wise, a huge portion of the game is still missing. Like I said, there is no 5th job advancement or Arcane River, so the highest level bosses are Lotus and Damien, and the highest level content is the Scrapyard and Demon Camp. Getting gear is completely different in this game as well. Quests don't give out gear, and monsters won't drop any items either. With each job advancement you'll get a base set, but the better gear is found from those boss monsters. Some monsters at higher level fields also drop gear, and of course the auction house where you can get it from other players. As a quick example for the auction house, I found some sealed cash items, which I sell in a web-based auction house for Neto, the in-game currency. Here players can buy and sell gear, consumables and even characters. The actual gear that you find is always lower level and levels up with your character, so once you find an item you're basically kinda like good to go, unless if you want to have a different look. And some items are exclusively locked behind party quests or dailies. So items can only be bought from other players or you get them yourself through playing the game. MapleStory N does not have any cash shop or any other form of monetization. Nexon doesn't actively sell anything either, so no 100k passes for events, random boxes and pet revives. It's just pure MapleStory where you can find everything yourself or buy it from other players. Upgrading works very differently as well. There's no Star Force or cubes, which is a huge plus in my opinion. There are flames and there is a thing called power crystals, but I wasn't able to find any gear that I could actually upgrade, so I wasn't able to test out the system fully, maybe during the next test if I do get selected. And what was also interesting was that bosses, the Infernal Wolf and minigame portals, don't give out any rewards directly. Instead you get added to this raffle, and then the next day the results are drawn and you get your reward. There only is a chance to get some rewards, like I had this feeling you would always get Neto, you would always get some power elixirs from Zakum for example, but the other rewards there was a small chance you would actually get it. And of course, the more people that actually would defeat the boss, the less rewards that would be available, the lower chance it would be, since all rewards are limited. MapleStory N is giving Maplers an entire different game experience. It's slower and more focused on collecting items. I find it very positive that there is no cash shop, effectively making this the most free-to-play version there is of MapleStory, which I personally really like. And there also are out-game activities like a quest and dress room, which add another layer to the game. And of course, there is no star forcing and no cubing, which is always pleasant. However, I do think this version of MapleStory is not exactly perfect either, since you're not able to find any gear regularly and all you do is grind. There's no in-between upgrading mechanics or smaller progression steps, unless if you're lucky and you actually find or buy that better gear. I really hate star forcing. Cubing isn't all that great either. But every time when I log into and play a bit in normal Maple, I get stronger. While in MapleStory N, this really depends on my level and if I find this super rare item which I can actually upgrade. The same goes for bosses and portals. I'm so used to getting instant rewards that having to wait a day after fighting a boss feels a bit lackluster. Like there is no instant reward after a hard-fought battle. I'm not saying that I should get everything right away, but not seeing any drops after fighting a boss was a very different experience. Similarly, the lack of 5th job advancement and other important link skills, like there's no other characters besides explorers, right? So there's not really that much point in Legion and link skills besides some very minor buffs. I mean, the explorer warrior link skill is not that great. So because there are less characters to explore and no 5th job advancement node stones or arcane symbols to grind for, it does feel a bit more empty. The weekly and daily quests for the Arcane River are a bit more fleshed out and fun as well compared to the Rose Garden daily in Lion King Castle or the Raythius weekly quest that you can do. I mean, they're not bad, but definitely not that fun either. MapleStory N uses blockchain technology, which means it is very dependent on local rules and regulations. Because of that, the current game is only available in very few countries. Well, the game is still in its testing phase, it's not exactly available. The first test ended and the second will be coming soon, but don't know when, but you get the point. Countries like the US, Korea, and even almost the entirety of Europe are unable to access MapleStory N without a VPN. I think if this project wants to have any chance of succeeding, it needs to open up to a lot more countries. And perhaps also have some regional servers. Right now there wasn't any dedicated regional server, so my ping was crazy high. And I had to digitally move my location to a different country in order to play, since you know, Netherlands is blocked as always. So that's all I had today. Now I gotta go fight the new Lotus boss, because what the heck is phase 3 there? And I heard that MapleStory Mobile is finally on PC, so I'm gonna check out that as well. If you were interested in MapleStory N, make sure to check out the links in the video description. Many thanks for watching, and as always, special thanks to our members making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar, Maar, Waar, Sebastian Hanøy, Caudimorda, BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy, Flidiot, Knivesu, Cloudfix, Michael, Menchaca, Raythius, Betrayal1489, Sylvio, Neto, StrikerElk, Ryaiser, Aryu, PCGAMELIFE, The Passenger, maxBurnHeart, ScottyFlysFast, Only, Lordvasile, Spudsy, Dante Victory, Snufflepop, Quinn, Dewey Tran, Veke Botnet, Megu, The Wolf Drake, Matinu Dev, Groggo, Gabriel Eck, Knivesu, Max Mink, and Domi Kirch-nehammer. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!